Christian Catrone, I know his mentality is if he's working on that championship mentality, he wants to win. He's really, really hungry for it. I know coming into this round, he already wanted to be higher in the points. So at this point,
This video is brought to you by True Focus Fab.
Round 3 finally of Pro-Am, and it's here in Orlando, Florida at my home track at Orlando Speed World. So I'm really excited for this one. At the same time, I definitely got a lot of pressure after the results we had at round 2. I'm just ready to get out there and take care of business. So since we're here in Orlando, everyone got to stay at my house for the most part if the guys weren't local. So Friday night, we're just hanging out, getting some extra laps on the sim, just being relaxed and just getting ready for the day tomorrow. Being home here in Orlando, it's comfortable. I was able to, wake up in my own bed, not in a hotel or an Airbnb. So just being at home, it was nice. And we woke up, got Dijon up out of bed, got stretches in, and went for a run. We like to sweat before screens here and just try to really dial in our minds for the day and just, be all in, really.
Coming from Sebring to OSW, we make a lot of suspension adjustments, especially gearing. The layout is a lot different than Sebring is. When we came out to testing, we had the track to ourselves, and we invited one of my customers that also needed some help, and went really well. It actually rained for most of our tests, so that was something that I think a lot of our competition didn't have the privilege of doing.
It's just special being at home, just being able to wake up early, before the sunrise and just getting into my normal routine, just having everyone here with me. Being able to run around my own neighborhood, knowing all the streets and whatnot, and just being able to really put in a good sweat before we kind of get to the track, and just to help get our minds right and get ready for the day. I'm just really happy that the team has the car ready to go. I don't have to worry about anything, and I can just head right into the driver's meeting. During the driver's meeting, they're just really giving us the layout, which is actually the FD layout. This is the exact same layout that we practiced, and we were ready for the day. So after walking the track, come back to the pits and the car is ready to go. The team is ready to go. We are ready to take care of business, and the car is already in grid. And all I need to do is put my suit and my helmet on and take care of business. Practice started off and it was in the dry, and I was really happy with just how the car was performing, how the car was feeling, how I was performing, as well as how the team was performing, which I was very happy about because we already had a wet setup in the bag, so now we were able to dial in a nice dry setup. So I was really feeling confident at this point.
No, practice is going good, feeling good. The weather's actually fairly nice right now. Hopefully it'll stick and not rain on us. Car's doing good. Car's staying together. Yeah, just making minor adjustments to get Christian comfortable. And once we get him comfortable and dialed, we can, start progressing more and more in it.
spent the last couple days getting the car fresh, ready to go. Things are looking good. We're very prepared for this round, so I'm really hopeful that we'll do really well.
Cars were amazing today. Tires were good, driver's good, so we're just waiting to get back into practice. We're going to start seating. So today so far it's going great.
Practice is going great. I'm feeling really confident. I'm at like the high of the day. I'm really happy with how everything's going so far today in practice. I think we got about 4 or 5 laps of practice, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I think after having this practice day earlier this week, just combining that and the amount of laps that we did today, just feeling confident and ready to go. I think overall, we of course tested in the rain and now it's dry, but it looks like it's going to be raining later today. But what the good thing is, we have all the data from the rain practice as well as now we have dry data. So whatever the conditions are, we're going to make the adjustments needed and take care of business.
It's 2 laps, we had a little bit of too much grip on the bank. So going into the second practice, we're gonna try to make the right adjustments and just go from there.
All right, well, it's raining. We're in between practice 1 and 2. Luckily, we did testing on Wednesday in the rain, so we already have a dialed setup for even a patchy surface, so it's getting really exciting. We're really excited to go out there and start battling. It's gonna be really fun.
So I line up to the line to chase this E46, which I've never driven with or even talked to this guy before, but I watched some runs and it looked like he was laying them down pretty solid, so I was excited to drive with him. So he has some great momentum. We flick in and, I feel pretty confident coming around the bank and, staying pretty close to his door. So we come into the inner clip and, that's when I just lay off just a little bit. And then right when we transition, I'm laying all the power back on, and right when he's come up to that second inner clip, I just see the car completely stop. And so I just have to pull my handbrake and try to stop and just make some really solid impact. Probably the hardest hit I've ever had in drifting to this date.
Everybody was scrambling to get back to the pit. You could tell that from how hard he hit the car that there was going to be some major part failure. So the whole team runs back to the pit. We had bent upper control arm on the front, bent tie rod on the front, wheel was broken. The upper camber arm was bent, the rear toe arm was, and luckily that was it. Just some wheels and some easier to fix parts. The subframes are aluminum, so luckily the subframes were in good shape and the lower arms didn't really get bent up too bad. So with the 4 of us, with Adam, myself, and Junior, we were able to get the car back together relatively quickly.
But we're taking care of it now. No big deal. We'll be good and running in a minute.
All right, what's going through my mind right now, I'm just trusting the team to get this stuff done. I'm thankful for Lewis Lance having the parts that we need. And the guys are just gonna knock this out. I'm just trying to stay focused and just move on from this. Since this was at the home track, my mom and dad came out to support me, and of course they come out and they see me, smash the car right into someone else. And my dad asked me, he's like, "Are you gonna be able to drive?" And without doubt, I say absolutely, because I know my team's gonna get the car back together.
So we got the car sorted, so we're gonna go out and maybe do our bye running 32 and then come out swinging the top 16.
Right now, man, we're just cooking for everybody, getting everybody fed, getting some tacos going. Make sure everyone's full, man, make sure everyone's working and performing to the best of their ability, and part of that is food. something I believe in very greatly.
Motorsports, it's never going to be easy. Like, these are challenges that we have to overcome, and you know, I look forward to opportunities like that to overcome these challenges, and that type of stuff really gives me the confidence and the motivation to keep going. So like, between, you know, the crash, the rain, everything like that, you know, all I do is try to keep, you know, my mind right, our spirits up. So coming into the buy run, you know, I'm feeling confident, the car feels great, I flick it in, and I'm really riding the wall.
Richard Control, as always, on his last video, he was saying he's on kill mode, and here he goes on kill mode, slamming that back bumper into that wall, but getting a little too feisty. Then going to inner clip 1, transitioning to inner clip 2, just trying to get at least all the little shakes and bakes out of the car throughout this whole track, so he could get a little bit of seat time, a little bit more seat time to go through to the top 16.
So I finished off the run and I feel pretty confident. I definitely didn't want to make contact with the wall, but the track was just a little more slick than I originally thought. So Brian just made the changes that, you know, he thought was best, and we got ready for our top 16 battle. Coming to the top 16 battle, we went against someone that I've never driven with nor even spoke to before, and I haven't really got to see a lot of his runs. I had a lot of good data from Dijon as well as Brian, and I feel like they had a great game plan coming into it, but again, the conditions of the track were just all over the place. Super patchy, but at this time, now the bank was really starting to grip up. Top 16 time, just, you know, getting in the burnout box. So I try to do a longer burnout than normal, knowing that the track is pretty slick. So just trying to get as much heat to the tires and just do my normal routine, pulling up to the line, I'm breathing, purging my nitrous, and I'm ready to battle.
Some of the drivers using his lock and throttle, we see that brake locking up. Huge smoke coming from the front tire. He keeps his way himself around. Now he needs to dive down. He doesn't have his momentum facing as inwards as it did before, but he keeps it on track as he rotates his way around. Messer doing a good job trying to reel it in and sticking with him, not letting him take it off track either. And now he's going to try to reel it in as we come across this last part of the track, taking a shallower line to try and close that gap. And ultimately, great job across the line. Wow.
Ended up putting together, I believe, a pretty solid lead run, and I'm just dialed and ready to go for the chase. Getting my notes from my spotter, Dijon, telling me, you know, just be consistent, don't give him too much room, but I don't have to push him off the track. So just knowing that I need to lay a consistent and safe run, and then we'll get the win. The moment's here, I'm at the line, I'm ready for the lights to go out, and I'm ready for the chase. 1, 2, 3, here we go. We're coming up, and it's just super slick, so we don't have a ton of speed, and I feel like I'm as close as I need to be to him, maybe a little too close. And then we initiate, and as soon as I initiate, I just feel the car not want to go where I want it to go.
Now here, and it looks like he's straight into another contact with the wall.
Basically driving right, and the car wants to go left, and in the moment, I knew I was going towards the wall, and just I couldn't really do anything about it. Literally was turning right, the car just wanted to go straight. I'm accepting my fate. We're going into the wall. Jesus, take the wheel type of moment here, and just kind of brace for impact.
Well, what happened? Felt like I didn't have any power steering. Tried turning the wheel, and just nothing.
You know, you're getting pulled up a flatbed, your car is completely smashed, and you know, at that moment, you just have to have a smile on your face, and it's just another day in racing. You know that a better one's gonna come.
We ended up breaking the rack offset spacer on the Wisefab kit, and we just watched the car go straight into the wall. Part failure sucks. Unfortunately, it's a part of racing.
It's an unfortunate end, but we'll come back for the last round and see if we can clean it up.
So going into this last round, unfortunately, we know that we're locked out of first. And with a 4-race season, it's really hard when the first one just gets thrown in the bin. That's 75% of the season that we have to work with, and it being only 3 rounds, you just have to be on top of it. And there's a lot of talented drivers that didn't do very well this season because of that. And we're in that boat. We're going to go into the last round strong. We want to see a podium, regardless of if we're locked out of first or not. And that's what we're aiming for.
It's really all or nothing at this point, and we're ready for it.
Something broke, we went in the wall, and sometimes it's just how it is with drifting. So, obviously it was a rough day for us, and the team crushed it. I'm so thankful for them. They went above and beyond. I can't thank them enough. I'm really excited to finish out this year, and we need to be on that podium next time, so I'm ready for that.